We have new images tonight of the site where a gunman tried to assassinate former President Donald Trump. They give us a different perspective as authorities intensify their efforts to determine exactly what happened and why. National correspondent Jeff Paul is in Butler, Pennsylvania tonight.
I'm trying to figure out how this guy got here.
Go.
Chaos from the perspective of law enforcement moments after former President Donald Trump was nearly assassinated. But today we're getting a different angle. Video from our Fox drone team offers a new view of what would have likely been the line of sight of both the shooter and the counter snipers. The first gives you a glimpse into what would have been the view of the person firing the shots. That's the roof on the bottom of the screen, and to the right, the area of the stage Trump was speaking from. You notice some trees covering one of the counter snipers' positions. The other angle is from the likely viewpoint of one of the counter snipers, the shooter's position off into the distance next to the tree. Trump sounding off over the phone today.
Well, look, some big mistakes were made.
He says the biggest misstep is on the Secret Service.
The Secret Service, they're such great people.
Yes.
It's a blight on their reputation. There should have been somebody on the roof. When you look at it now, it's a clear shot.
And it was on that roof where law enforcement eventually found a remote-controlled device, a backpack, and evidence of how many shots were fired before the shooter was taken out.
Shells over here.
On both sides. Looks like, what, at least 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At least 8.
Now, Pennsylvania State Police recently told Congress that 2 local police officers had left their post just prior to the shooting. Well, the Butler County DA calls that misinformation, saying that the 2 police officers did the job that they were assigned to, with one of the officers only briefly moving to keep eyes on a suspicious person who ended up being the shooter. Well, the state police says it stands by its testimony. Brent.
Jeff Paul in Butler. Jeff, thanks. Up next, the panel on what President Biden did not say last night and whether Vice President Harris was or was not the border czar. And the latest on the race. First, beyond our borders tonight, a strong typhoon makes landfall in China after sweeping across Taiwan. The storm caused landslides and flooding in low-lying areas of the island and left 3 people dead there. A fast-moving wildfire hits the town of Jasper in the Canadian Rockies' largest national park. The blaze causing significant damage, forcing thousands of people to flee. And this is a live look at London. One of the big stories there tonight, a group of reptiles with ancient origins that predate dinosaurs has been relocated to Britain's Chester Zoo. The reptiles are called tuataras. Scientists say they have been around for 200 million years and have been predominantly found in New Zealand. Fossils suggest they died out around 70 million years ago everywhere except for the islands off the New Zealand coast. Just some of the other stories beyond our borders tonight. We'll be right back.
All right, guys, so different vantage points being shown for the drone video that's different side possibilities. Interesting to see Donald Trump's comments on the shooting. And, of course, he's now saying that the Secret Service had made a big mistake and that it's a blight on their record. And 100% couldn't agree more. Just so many fails. And really it's because there's, I think, three different groups there. You've got the Secret Service, you've got the state police, you've got the local law enforcement. Again, they're saying because they didn't have enough manpower, but if you don't have enough manpower, get more manpower would be what I'm thinking. Police officers just left their post. Now you've got the state police and the local law enforcement kind of giving 2 different statements. State police are saying they left their post. Local law enforcement says, no, we just stepped away for a minute to investigate, suspicious activity, but we were doing our job. Anyway, but all of this is just showing, guys, that this is a mess. An absolute mess. An epic failure. All of the law enforcement on all different sides should be in agreement for what happened. And this just shows the miscommunication between departments and really what led to it in the first place. If they would have been able to communicate, if communication issues, guys, like Communication is so important in so many places and so many things. The Secret Service has to be able to communicate better. Absolutely ridiculous. And I've said this before. The communication during the event was terrible. The communication after the event was terrible. With Director Cheadle and all that mess that went down. But anyway. Alright guys. I'm going to end the video, but we'll be back with another video very soon on the Laura Ingraham angle. So be sure you're subscribed so that you can catch all the streams every single day. Leave a like, guys, if you've enjoyed the video. And yeah, I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you maybe